Is drinking alcohol really that important? But what is alcohol use disorder in the first place? Alcohol use disorder, sometimes called simply as AUD, is characterized by the lack of control around the use of alcohol. It is a complex disorder that is driven by both genetic and environmental factors. Environmental factors include family trauma. Children raised in households with frequent conflict are more likely to develop alcohol use disorder. Friend groups. It can be challenging to avoid using alcohol when a person's social interactions rely heavily on these activities. Genetic factors include the first important gene associated with AUD is the ADH gene. This gene is used in the metabolism of ethanol. In humans, being able to metabolize alcohol quickly is a risk factor for AUD because it leads to overconsumption. People who have an ADH enzyme that works slowly are less likely to overconsume alcohol. The other gene that contributes to the predisposition to AUD is the amnesiac gene. This gene has been primarily studied in the process of learning and memory. A mutation in this gene leads to memory impairment. It can alter alcohol sensitivity in both flies and humans. But why are we using flies, and not other organisms for our study? Drosophila melanogaster, or commonly known as fruit flies. Fruit flies make a great model organism for several reasons. They are small, cheap to maintain, have lots of offspring in a short time frame, and so on. Do our lifestyle choices impact our AUD risk? Absolutely. But how? There are many issues in our lifestyle that leads to AUD, such as loneliness, unstable family, and so on. Combining psychoactives like caffeine, cannabis, and nicotine with alcohol use is also another thing that affects our tolerance and sensitivity to alcohol. Tolerance and sensitivity are both risk factors for AUD. Tolerance is the resistance to alcohol caused by repeated exposure, whereas sensitivity is how quickly the alcohol imposes its effect on the organism. Which psychoactive affects tolerance and sensitivity? From the data, we can see that almost all psychoactives have reduced sensitivity. But caffeine's effect was the strongest, whereas cannabis has the least effect. When looking at their effect on tolerance, they all increased it. Nicotine has the strongest effect here. What lifestyle choices should be made to reduce the risk of AUD? Avoid mixing alcohol with psychoactive substances. Set drinking limits, but if possible, avoid alcohol. Try to avoid stress and depression as much as possible. Have a healthy relationship with family and friends. Eat healthy and exercise more. Seek professional attention if AUD occurs.